Prepare to rumble review.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Inside the Booth. I am your host, Dan the Law Arena. And tonight, obviously, is a Rumble review. We are talking about families. We're going to be talking about mainly the My Big Fat Greek Wedding. We're going to talk about their family, the Mitchells versus Machines, their family, and Mary Poppins, their family. Tonight, we have some great guests with us. Obviously, everything's in the description box below, but let me bring them on today. So our first guest will be Ryan from Legion Games. What's up,
What's
Ryan?
up, buddy?
How you doing?
Good. It's good to be back.
Yeah, of course. You're kind of like a regular around here, so most people should know who you are and what you do.
It seems to be working out that way. I love helping out, man. Like, you guys do good stuff over here. So, one of these movies I had not seen, and I recently watched it just today, and I highly enjoyed it. I want to watch the second one now. So that should say something.
There you go. That's it. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do, if they don't even know.
Well, most people know where to find me. You can find me at Legion Games 2076. You can find me on Legion Talk. I think most people know that more because we do a Friday night Royal Rumble with similar to kind of like Tuesday night's main event or Friday night's Heights. We have Kat the Hijabi Gamer, Joker Voice. We've had you on. We've had Tabitha on. R2, and we've had JT on. So we have a lot of fun over there, and we talk pop culture and movies and television reviews, stuff like this. We do mostly modern stuff, and I know you guys kind of shy away from that a little bit because some of the stuff nowadays isn't the best. So, but no, we have a good time, and it's always great to be back here. So
good, glad to have you for sure.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. And next will be a second comer, our friend Tyler, the Redbeard reviewer, or whatever he wants to be called these days. He used to be called NormE Reviews, but all right, go ahead. So
I identify as Tyler now. Yes.
Yeah,
changed
and
my identity.
Why you changed? Tell us why you even changed your name.
I just wanted to go by my regular name, I think. Yeah.
Cool.
Didn't really think too much about it. just kind of wanted to change it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds
but thanks for having me back on, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, you're welcome.
Looking to
thanks for being here.
Talk some families.
That's it. Some movies.
Right.
Review some things.
That's right. Yeah. I'm here for it.
Awesome. And tonight we have a new special guest. You've seen him around on chats and on on Twitter. His name is CannoliSasquatch.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for.
How are you?
Not much. I'm honored to be on. Thank you for inviting me. I'm looking forward to talk about some family stuff and have some fun.
That's right. And cannolis come from good family people, so the Italian.
Yeah, big Italian family. Oh, yeah.
So we're going to have fun with this one. That's for sure. So tell us what you do and I guess where to find you, even though I already said that. But
yeah, you can find me on Twitter at CannoliSas because they wouldn't let me spell out Sasquatch on there. So it's at CannoliSas. So I'm on YouTube. I started my channel maybe 4 months ago. Continue to grow. We got a Monday live stream that I do myself and then a podcast on Friday with my partner Whiskey Banger called the Whiskey and Cannolis Podcast and talk about various topics, pop culture stuff. So continuing to grow and grind. That's all.
Cool.
Sounds good. Cool beans. Good to have you on.
Thank you.
Yes. So everybody who's watching right now, or even after the live stream's over, go check out these guys' channels in the description box below. Give them a like, give them some love by subscribing. We know how hard it is to grind here on the YouTubes and the interwebs. It's it's a little tough, but we make it. So we're making it.
It's part of the fun.
Actually,
you guys crossed 800.
Yeah, we just crossed
Nice.
the 800 mark. Yeah,
You guys are
seems
close.
seems to be like our little. We've been doing trailer reactions, so people seem to like that, enjoy that stuff. So, especially the Indian from India type movies. So, those are pretty popular, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Welcome everybody. So our start will be My Big Fat Greek Wedding. This movie was made in 2002, and it's basically like a romantic comedy with a big Greek family in there. And
Greek family.
Yeah, the big fat Greek family. That's so big it's fat.
That's right. Yeah.
Apparently, I didn't even know. Yeah, I didn't even know. Ryan mentioned it earlier that there's a My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2 that came out in 2016, and I didn't know that until today when I was looking up all like all the names and stuff.
Does it have the same cast?
Mm-hmm.
Like the main people, main folks?
Yeah. They're coming out with a
It
third
looks
one.
like
It's
it
in
does.
production right now.
Really? I saw.
Yeah,
that
I
they were
didn't mean
doing
to
like
cut
a
you off.
TV
Yeah.
series or something. Oh yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, that's over 10 years. In a gap of making the movie. So that's interesting for me. In my opinion,
has anybody here seen the second one?
No, not yet. I'm gonna watch it now though.
I just assumed because at the end of this one, like they have like a 5-year-old, so I'm guessing it's probably the wedding of that daughter.
Yeah, I've seen the second one.
Okay.
Like, not like after it came out, a year after or so it came out. It was on video, but yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, it's not nearly as good as the first one.
They normally are, especially if they're 20 years apart.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not terrible, but it's not great.
Okay.
Right.
I don't know why they waited so long. That movie made all kinds of money.
Yeah, a lot.
Well, I mean, it was a.
Did it really?
I remember it being a huge hit.
It was
massive.
Yeah, and it was like low budget too.
Yeah, and I had no idea what it was about, and I was just like,
"What was it? Tom Hanks' wife produced it or something like that?
Yeah,
because she's got a Greek. It was based off her family life. I think is part of it. I read.
Well,
so
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks' wife. Yeah,
Tom Hanks also has like a producer credit, I think.
Yeah, him.
I believe so. Yeah.
Listed as
budget $5 million, box office $368.7 million.
Yeah, so that's what we call successful.
Wow.
Yeah, they banked a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's why I'm like, man, it took you 16 years to go back to the well on this one? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second
maybe
one,
that's why I didn't hear
million.
about it. The second one probably not as popular.
It only made 90.6 million. Little too far from the well there.
Yeah.
2016 was when everybody's like
almost as far as Avatar is from Avatar 2.
Like. Yeah. But life these days is not quite the same as they used to be, like the big families and wanting to be part of a big family, the commitment to getting married to a wife, and then staying committed. Commitment has lost its grip in America. Same with having a family and big family. I just saw a commercial, I think it was for Honda, where this guy's riding down the road and he's like collecting these little bubbles, almost like I don't know what it's for, but he collected one and said, have a partner with you. And this girl pops up in the car, and then all of a sudden they come up to another bubble that says get married, and they both look at each other and say no, and they turn, and I'm like, wait a minute, but America used to be about families, you know. You know.
Does that make you want to buy a car though?
No, it actually makes me
not really. No, I don't know. That's a weird commercial.
I really want to buy a car now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
The only reason why I ever wanted to have a Honda is because they have the Accord, and I'm a lot of people know I'm a Christian, and I like that saying where in the Bible says we're all in one accord.
Right.
So
yeah.
Have
dad joke.
I've heard it, in the Accord, and they're like, "Hey, we're all in one accord." But, it's like,
okay, I like it.
Dumb Christian humor, but, you know.
It's probably not the best reason to buy a
car.
car.
Thank you.
To be honest with you.
No, exactly. But after seeing that commercial, no, not anymore. I'm not doing that again.
Right.
Forget about the Honda. But yeah, so what is everybody's? I enjoyed my Big Fat Greek Wedding, the family part of it, since we are talking about families, and the reason why we're talking about families is because Thanksgiving is around the corner, and obviously Christmas is around 2 corners from that. So, so it's all about family these holiday seasons, you know.
Oh yeah.
And for those who. And unfortunately, for those who don't have big families or don't have a family, I'm sorry, but you can be a part of our family here at Inside the Booth. So you guys can come and be a part of this. You know, we'll be your family. We'll cook for you and everything. One day.
One day.
One day when we all meet.
Eventually.
Yeah. Eventually. So I guess we'll go around the bend, and Ryan, tell us what you thought about my Big Fat Greek Wedding and about the family situation.
As somebody who had never seen it, I enjoyed it very much because I come from a big family. We're kind of like that. We get together, together all the time. The rowdiness, the loudness, everybody meddling in each other's business, the food, like. It just really kind of resonates home. I mean, my family's probably not as extreme as that, but it's definitely something that definitely resonates really well with me because before I moved to Florida, I mean, we'd go to go have dinner on Sundays, and we get together on all the holidays, and we're just always and it's always just like kids here and everybody's here, and it's like new people showing up bringing food, and it was so it definitely I could definitely identify with that. I can definitely identify with that, so I really enjoyed it. I think the family has probably. Well, family cares so much that sometimes they care too much. And so, that's kind of how family is. But I think I like the family, but at the end of the day, they all really mean well. And are they slightly dysfunctional in some ways, but it makes for great comedy. And that's even in real life too. So I liked it. I liked it.
Sure. All right. So Cannoli, what's your thoughts on that?
I like this movie. It was one of those movies that really wasn't on my radar. I always like to be surprised by movies like this where you're not expecting much, and then when you're watching it, you're like, wow, this is actually pretty damn good. Of course, I related a lot because, like you said before the show, like Italian families and Greek families, I have a big Italian family. They're very similar in a lot of ways. Very family oriented, big into their culture. Anybody on the outside is kind of like a little weary of that, but fight a lot. They yell a lot. They're loud. But like Ryan said, they mean well. Like in the end, they really do mean well. They love each other. So I got that dynamic right away. And it was entertaining. It was funny. And the father in the movie just kills me with the Windex. Everything's cured. And it works. Like somehow it just works when he uses it. It gets rid of pimples and whatever else, But I liked it, and I think it's just kind of a sleeper hit for me. And obviously we were talking, it made a ton of money, so everybody I think most people kind of related to it, and that's why it was so successful. But it's definitely a feel good movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Tyler, your turn.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what a lot of you guys said. I think Ryan said this earlier. He just saw it today as well, like me. I'd never seen it before. I didn't know like it was low budget and that it was written, maybe directed by the main woman in it. I don't know if she directed it or not, but I'm pretty sure she wrote it. So that was all I knew before going into it. But yeah, I liked the story. I liked the family. It was kind of a mess of a family. It actually kind of reminded me of my family before, like my grandma died like 5 years ago, and we've kind of grown apart since then. But before that, we were pretty close, just a big, large family. We'd get together for all the holidays, and now it's just weddings and funerals and stuff. But it kind of reminded me of what that used to be like. So yeah, I thought the dad was my favorite character, and yeah, I liked the movie. I wouldn't have watched it if I wasn't coming on here, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed checking it out for sure.
I second that.
Good.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the? Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask one question. Can everybody identify with the food thing? Because every time I go home, my mom is like, "Okay, what do you want to eat?" I'm like,
yes.
okay,
I've already eaten.
She's like, do you want to go out? And I was like, no, I want to eat at home. I want everything from when I was a kid. I want to eat all that stuff that we had as a family. I want to eat that. She's like, okay, that's fine. We can go out though still if you want to. And I'm like, no. I want to eat. I want you, my sister to cook. That's what I want. And it's like,
right.
Yeah. So that thing is like, there's like always food. It's always food. Yeah. And so that was something I very much identified with. Very funny though. So, but
I think my favorite line in the movie was when she goes, "Are you hungry?" He says, "I've already eaten." He goes, "Okay, I'll make you something."
That reminds me of when I was little, and my family, my grandfather's side, or my mom's side, my grandfather, because I didn't know my father's side. My grandfather and my grandma, they would always ask us if we wanted seconds. And every time we would say, "No, we're good," okay, we'll get you a little bit more, It was always a little bit more, just a little bit more, Eat up,
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and if you don't eat, then you're offending someone. So
you're right, exactly.
That's very true.
I just stopped refusing and be like, "There's more if you want it." I don't know. I'm going back. Trust me.
Yeah.
And
You just say yes.
Go back second, even a third time sometimes, and it's like, and then by the time the end of the night, you're miserable. But the end of the night, so what do you care?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's funny. This also resonated with me, and I know I've said that already. Just the whole big family thing, and nowadays it's not as much as it used to be, which it kind of makes me sad because it was always fun to be around the cousins and all the uncles and grandparents and everybody's grandparents, brothers and sisters. It was always fun. But it's not. It seems like it dwindled away. Which is kind of sad. I think the new generation coming up needs to be more like big family people. Let's get this family thing going again.
Yeah, mine's kind of the same way. It's just
good luck
like weddings and funerals now. So it's kind of
Yeah.
I mean, my family at home has gotten so big that my parents they stopped buying presents for the adults, and they just buy presents for all the kids and grandkids.
Wow.
Like,
right.
That's like because they all had to get together and say, hey, we're it used to be when I was at home and in like middle school or whatever, like everybody bought for everybody, and we would all get together on Christmas Eve and open everything, and we had Christmas Day together and we'd open more stuff. And it's like, but it got so big that there's like, we got to buy for just the kids, we can't afford it, like, because that's how huge it's gotten now. And so every time I go back, I'm just shocked the number of, oh, have you heard who's got a new? And I'm like, no, I didn't hear that. It's like
yeah, that's very true though.
All right, so
it's very true.
Yeah. All right, so the next family will be the Mitchells versus the Machines. To me, I did enjoy the family aspect of the how chaotic everybody was, and then how in the end they came together and it was fine. I guess you could say that's more like when you're a teenager. You know, you want to rebel against the parents all the time, or want to get away from your parents because they seem like understand. You know,
Mhm.
I would say obviously this is probably not my favorite. I think My Big Fat Wedding was a little bit better, you know, because it brings back memories and stuff. But this one is also a good family one because you know they do come back in the movie and they realize or find out each other's, you know, as people, you know, like they want to sit, they want to be together again. So that's always a good ending to a movie. So
Mhm.
Ryan, what did you
It's true.
think?
I saw this movie probably, I don't know, like year and a half ago, not too long ago. And I thought it was a bit of a strange movie when I first saw it. I was like, because I wasn't even intending to watch it. It happened to be on. I started watching it with some other people, and well, basically their kids were watching it, and we kind of all sat down. I definitely liked it towards the end. I think it really got a lot better. I can understand where the young girl's coming from. She's the teenager. She's weird. Her parents don't understand her. Obviously, I think most everybody can identify with that as a teenager. Um, I guess like alien robots try to take over or something from what I remember. So it was definitely different, but at the end of the movie, it was kind of fun to watch.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable, but I think out of the three of them, I would say it's probably in last place. Doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that it was a different kind of movie. So it's a little more for kids.
Sure.
Right. Right.
Dan, you all right? Kind of cutting in and out.
Yeah, I think he's lagging a little bit.
I can tell you, I did not see this one, so I'm gonna have to pass on it. So,
okay, that's fair. That's definitely fair.
Cannoli, did you see this one?
Yeah, I actually watched this today, actually, of all things, and I can definitely relate to, like, it's like Ryan said, it's a little strange because the whole part with the robot thing, the sci-fi element that it had to it was a little off, but I did like the aspect. I have a teenage daughter myself, so I totally relate. You know, her wanting to be a kind of her own person, on do her own thing, embarrassed by the parents, the dad trying to hold everything together and doing what he thinks is best, but it doesn't always work. And then the whole element of the AI technology thing taking over the family dynamic, where families don't spend time together as much. So I definitely like that. I agree with Ryan. It got much better as it got towards the end, where it got to its climax, and you're like, "Oh, okay." I was, I had some heartwarming moments with the family stuff, and so overall, it was pretty good. I, like Ryan says, probably the third on my list out of all the movies, but like he said, it's not a bad movie at all. It was pretty entertaining overall.
So is it like a cartoon about the apocalypse? Is that what?
Animation was really good, actually, surprisingly.
Yeah, I thought the animation was very good in it too.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, like this AI technology all of a sudden kind of like rises against all humans, and it doesn't off them. It kind of enslaves them, right?
Yeah, they want to like capture them and shoot them off into space so the
Yeah.
robots can take over, kind of
like
things.
that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's
it
weird.
was
Dark for a kids movie.
Yeah. It wasn't bad. It was bad.
Oh, and it was also who took control? Who was the AI that did it? It was like an old school like iPhone.
It was like a Siri called Pal, I think it was called, like basically Siri, and then the guy who created her, the guy who created it,
he threw her away.
Came up with a new AI. Threw her away. And then that was weird because it just went right into the villain thing. Like there was no build up. It's like he threw her away and minutes later.
You threw me away. Now I'm angry. Yeah.
I'm gonna kill everybody. And it's like, what the hell? But it was that part was a little strange, but I get where they were trying to go with it, obviously, because it's definitely relevant to today. But yeah, it was that part was a little much, but overall, not bad.
That's it. All right. Before we get into Mary Poppins, I will go into a commercial break. So if anyone needs to go use the bathroom, go for Um, first, I want to say hello to everybody who's on chat. We got Mrs. CannoliSasquatch, which is obviously Cannoli's wife. We got Diana LFGN, Miss Martin Muse, Tabitha, JT Gunn. JT's in the house, everybody. My mom, Sheila. Thank you. Hi, Mom. Uncle Mike. Mrs. R2 the Icky. World Comedy. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Who else we got here? And R2 the Icky, one of the last people who've said anything. So, what's up, R2? So, thanks everybody for coming. Thanks for watching. You know, that's great. I love this. You guys in the chat, you're great people, as well as here on the panel. So, everybody knows what to do here on YouTube's. You know, obviously, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Vanquish that like button. And hang on, I don't have that video. And ding the bell so you get notified for more videos that get popped up. You know, obviously we've been doing some good stuff as well as the live stuff. Live every Tuesday, Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then the pre-recorded stuff, we try to make it Thursdays and Saturdays, but you know, they kind of pop up whenever. But make sure you see any of our videos because they're a lot of fun. Also, if you want to support the channel, obviously the main support is subscribing and liking and sharing. Also, another way to support the channel.
Merchandise.
www.insidethebooth.com/shop and get yourself some merchandise. We have t-shirts. It's getting cold out here in New York and in the northern parts of the world, so you can get yourself a hoodie. We sell hoodies. We sell they call them neck gaiters, but I call them do-rags because they do whatever you want them to do. You can wear it as a scarf, you can wear it as a beanie, and that's what I usually do it for. I never bought them for the mask part, the mask, but they're good if you're even if you work in a shop and you don't want to get dust in your throat. Go buy yourself a do-rag / neck gaiter and help support the channel. We also have a Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you can become a member and support us that way also. If you like what we do here, if you like what you see, go ahead and support us. Yeah, and then everybody's if you like everybody here on the panel, go down in the description box below and all their stuff is down there. All right. And I am lagging. I see that. I know. My internet today is not the best. I don't know why. I just know
It's on the
there.
dial-up.
Okay. It's only two. I fell down to dial-up. That's it. Because I don't know why my you know that little the Wi-Fi thing. I don't know, that little Wi-Fi thing in the corner over here that nobody else but I can see. It keeps dropping down to 1 bar and then it raises.
Oh, yeah. You might have to back out and then jump back in. I don't know if that'll mess you up.
We can make it out.
Yeah.
Generally, what you're saying,
you
you
know,
may have to repeat it, but we'll let you know if you need to repeat it. But if you want to try to back out, we can try that too. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Up to you, bud. It's your show.
I mean, if it's real, let me know. Thanks. Well, I guess we'll just jump into Mary Poppins. Ryan, do you want to go first?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, Mary Poppins is a classic. Something that you know, I came from mostly a single parent home for a lot of years. My grandparents mostly watched me while my mom was working and stuff like that. They showed me Mary Poppins obviously numerous times on the old VHS. I love that movie. It is a phenomenal movie. It is without question the best movie on, you know, of the night. And it's absolutely timeless. I don't think there's anything that can't be said about that movie that isn't spot on it. So yeah, I absolutely love that movie. I mean, it's a 10 out of 10. It's a cultural phenomena. It's just the way it is. So I mean, I really loved My Big Fat Greek Wedding, but it's never going to usurp Mary Poppins. So yeah, I think that's probably the best way to put that.
Yeah, I have to agree with Ryan. There's a reason why certain movies just stand the test of time. I mean, 1964 till now, this movie is still iconic. It's still known. Everybody mentions Mary Poppins. You know exactly what it is. Yeah, I love this movie, especially. I mean, I still love it now, but especially when I was a kid, it was phenomenal. I mean, the whole animation part they brought into it, the musical numbers, the family dynamic. Julie Andrews was amazing. So I agree with Ryan. It's just one of those movies that you pop on, you can watch over and over again. And you know, to get my kid to watch this movie, you know, kids these days, it's tough to know what they like or what they will like, especially a movie that old. And yeah, she liked it. So it's a great movie just to sit with the family, watch it, and you'll never get tired of seeing it. So yeah, timeless classic.
Yeah, same thing. It's tough to beat Mary Poppins. I don't really remember. I remember it more as a Mary Poppins movie than a family movie, but you know, I mean, I like it was amazing how they could work in the animation with the live action back then, and it still holds up. But yeah, it's that would be the best one of the two that I saw. Tough to beat Mary Poppins.
I mean, I don't think there's probably an adult in here or who not even in the chat who probably can't remember the majority of the songs as soon as it starts playing, you know, from your childhood. So and I mean, Dick Van Dyke, I mean, he's probably one of the best actors in history that you know, and so it's and I would even probably say Julie Andrews is one of the most phenomenal actresses in
Are
history.
they both still alive?
Dick Van Dyke is. I don't know if Julie Andrews is. I'll look.
I don't know if Julie Andrews is. Yeah, I don't think Dick Van Dyke is. No.
Are you
I
sure?
think Dick Van Dyke is.
I don't know. Maybe. I
think I just saw clips of him like walking around.
Maybe he is. God, how old would he be at this point? Jeez.
At least
she
90.
is still alive. She is 87.
Oh, wow, okay.
So they both are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow. My bad. Wow. That's amazing. God bless him.
That's wild. Yeah. They're outstanding without question. So, yeah, it's awesome to see. So very wholesome movies, very wholesome actors. Back when acting was something that was a beautiful thing compared to today's cinema, where it's just it's more just explosions and it just like
basically when movies were made to be movies.
97. He was born in 1925. Actually, just 2 hours away from Plains, Missouri. Wow. So, yeah, 1925.
Awesome.
That's wild.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, Mary Poppins for the family situation, as you guys said that you don't remember too much of it. The father wanted a nanny that was strict, and because he wanted his peace, because the kids must have been, you know, loud and obnoxious to him or something. Well, he's a
banker, right? A banker.
Yeah, he was a banker. Yep. And then in the end, he warmed up to his kids, and that's what Mary Poppins was for, was to help him to warm up to his kids and to be a father to them, because she knew that you know, you don't have your whole life. When they grow up, they'll be gone, and he would have missed everything as kids. So that's.
Did you guys see Saving Mr. Banks?
I have not. No,
it was.
I have seen it. Yes.
Walt Disney trying to get the rights. Whoever wrote Mary Poppins to make the movie Mary Poppins. and it was Tom Hanks playing Walt Disney. I don't remember the name of the author, but anyway, it was pretty good too.
I've been
Well,
told I should watch it. I just haven't had a chance to.
It's a pretty solid movie. Yeah, definitely. It's worth it.
No. I don't know about Mary Poppins 2.
I never seen.
Didn't see that one.
Didn't see it. Nothing
I never
against
saw it.
what's her name?
Emily Blunt.
Yeah, nothing against Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
I think she's a good actress. Just not probably feeling that.
Yeah, I do know that Dick Van Dyke was in that one for, I don't know, probably a cameo or something like that. But
Really, I did
A
not know
cameo.
that.
Yeah. I did see the trailer to it like recently today. And it seems all right. It seems like it's a sequel. And R2 says, I'm drinking out of a candle. It seems good. The concept seems good. It's just hard for me to look at it and say, these are the same people. That's really tough to do because like everybody said, it's a classic. So it's kind of hard to look at Mary Poppins with new faces, and recasted everybody. I think they tried to make them sound like the guy almost sounds like Dick Van Dyke, not really, but a little bit, and then she sounds almost like Mary Poppins, but not really, So it's like, how do you do that? How do you get there without having criticism or without people being like,
Yeah, you don't do it as well. That's how you do it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You just
do
don't.
it.
It's just not as good. That's about it. Yeah.
That's true.
That is true. Yeah, definitely. You can't make a classic and kind of try to redo it. It's tough to do.
Yeah.
Classics are classics. Got to leave them be sometimes.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I wish Hollywood would get that through their thick skull lately.
Tell that to Disney.
Yeah.
They're the worst offenders.
Everything.
That's kind of interesting. The Saving Mr. Banks thing. It's kind of the same thing. Like, she doesn't want Disney taking her, her novel and turning it into, a Disney thing. So it's kind of interesting that was the same thing back then.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
Jerry Van Dyke is no longer with us.
right. Was that Mother, right?
Who is
I
that?
don't know.
Who's Jerry Van Dyke?
Was that the one from the? What was it? Wasn't he in a TV show, Jerry Van Dyke too? With,
Mhm.
Craig T. Nelson, was he the guy?
Yeah,
It was called Coach, I believe, right?
Oh, okay.
I think that's the same, right? I know they were related. I don't know.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
Okay, it was Coach. Yeah, that's what I
Actor
thought.
and
He was.
coach,
Just,
yeah.
yeah.
He died
Okay.
in
Coach, yeah.
2018. This guy.
Yep.
He's
Yeah,
also in McClintock, if anybody knows that.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, there you go.
Brother.
So yeah,
yeah,
There you go.
yeah. He got his start on the Dick Van Dyke Show with guest appearances. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's been
Huh.
he's been
Well,
in.
it's always good to have
in
a
a better-
brother.
Yeah.
There's also on Gilligan's Island
so-
and the Andy Griffith Show. I love the Andy Griffith Show.
Oh, Andy Griffith Show was great.
And Gilligan's Island as a kid. I used to watch that when school was out. I'd get up early because they'd be like on 9 in the morning. My parents never understood why I wouldn't sleep in because I was always watching Gilligan's Island.
Hmm.
I was a weird kid, man.
I used to watch that show.
Yeah, Gilligan's Island. Yeah, I think everybody did when they were kids.
Definitely.
It was amazing how many celebrities would just happen to float onto Gilligan's Island and then they were gone the next week.
Yeah.
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 Like the Harlem Globetrotters, I think, at one point.
Yeah. But nobody could ever get them
find
off
a way
the
off
island.
that island.
Right, yeah.
No.
Get the celebrities off. But you
Just
get
stop.
Gilligan.
Make
everybody
radios
else
out of coconuts, but they can't make a boat or something.
Fix the hole in that darn boat. I loved it when they would go into caves and there'd be giant spiders and stuff they'd have to fight off. And it's like,
Yeah. Way ahead of its time, I guess, huh?
So, Ryan, let's go around the bend and let's talk about some good families out of movies or TV shows that you enjoyed. That you thought were some
one
of the
I
better
highly
ones.
one I highly enjoyed was from 1999. I was just starting high school. It was a movie that I wanted to see, and my obviously this is back when you go to Blockbuster and like rent movies. My dad brought it home for the family to watch. It's October Sky, and it's based on an actual real life set of individuals and a real life set of events that of Homer Hickam and how he became he went from a very small coal mining town to working for NASA, and his childhood hero was Werner von Braun, and about how we had to try to beat the Russians to in the space race, and it's very, very good. And these four boys teach themselves how to be amateur rocketeers, and it's a phenomenal movie. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal in it, and I would highly recommend it. It's got Laura Dern in it, which is one reason I really wanted to see it, because I loved Jurassic Park as a kid, so I recognized her and I immediately wanted to see it. And she plays their teacher, who's one of the only people who believed in them and told them about all this kind of advanced stuff, and and how you can be more than just boys to work in the coal mine, because that's what the majority of their fathers were. And so I'm not really gonna, I don't want to say too much about it if you haven't seen it, because I highly recommend you watch it. But basically you're talking about the main character. His father is a salt of the earth kind of man. He's kind of the foreman of the coal mine. Coal literally runs through his veins, and he does not understand why his son thinks that he can be some type of rocket scientist, as they would be called then. And so it's about that battle, but ultimately in the end, his father becomes very proud of him, and the journey of it is really awesome to see. So, and they even, all of them got like major scholarships for their work, because they applied for this like science fair. But anyway, I would highly recommend you watch it if you have not seen it. It's called October Sky.
It's a good movie.
Good.
Cool. I think I saw that long
time
ago.
Yeah, long time ago. It's an incredible movie.
Yeah.
Cannoli, what's your one of your favorite?
I'm actually going to go with a TV one.
Okay.
Because it's been recent. I've been watching this show a lot recently, and I don't know if everybody has ever seen it. I'm going to go with the Barone family from Everybody Loves Raymond. Because I mean, the show is just fantastic. I think anybody can relate to the family dynamic, the overbearing mother-in-law, and having children, and then just having to, and then being from of course they're an Italian family, so I relate to that a lot. Of course, everything revolves around food, and the husband and wife dynamic. They love each other, but the wife's not ashamed to call him an idiot every time he does something stupid, and then it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But it really, but they actually do end up same thing. They end up loving each other. They try to do their best, and there are moments in the show where there's some real human interaction, what things happen, how families interact with each other, and some touching moments here and there. But overall, it's just hilarious to watch them try to avoid each other and then just keep clashing because they live next door to each other. Mm-hmm. But that's my pick, because it's a classic show. And it's just one of those ones that kind of you just throw on and you can just watch episode after episode after episode. And I think most people can relate to that family thing where they're just clashing constantly, but they really love each other. But it's like, keep your distance. Don't live next to me, please.
I want to watch that
next
too.
door.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
man, I gotta make content to try to make some money. Y'all killing me here with these shows.
Yeah. They just had a sale on the whole season on Vudu. I think it's like $19 for all 9 seasons.
Really?
I think it's still going this weekend, so I had to buy it because I was like, wow. I catch it on TV once in a while. I was like, I gotta buy it. No commercials. Can watch what I want, every episode I want when I want. It's worth the money.
$19. That's a pretty good deal.
Weren't like
It's a great
90s
deal.
sitcoms with families the best? Like Home Improvement,
Oh,
Everybody Loves Raymond. I mean, obviously, even from like Married with Children in the 80s, that was an incredible show. I love
Yeah,
that
Full
show.
House and
Yeah,
Full House,
yeah.
Fresh
I mean,
Prince,
just
all that stuff.
a wide variety of such great shows. It
Yeah.
just, television's not the same either.
No.
I sound like I'm 100, by the way.
No, I'm with you,
I
dude.
know,
I don't even watch many TV
Talk
shows
about it,
now.
yeah.
No.
See you, JT.
See you, JT.
See you, JT. Have a good one, buddy. Now, what does everybody really think about JT? Because he's kind of a
Well, now that he's gone,
He's still here.
Let's bash
He's
him.
still here.
Tyler, what was your?
So I made a
Family.
list of a couple ones that I could think of that were family movies. I think my favorite one would be a little less inspirational than the ones you guys got, and that'd be the Godfather movies.
oh, hey, that's
You know, it's very family oriented, but not quite as uplifting. I think
which one is that
also
one?
the Godfather movies, like Godfather, Godfather 2, maybe Godfather
Right.
3 to a lesser extent. But I think my favorite family oriented movie would probably be It's a Wonderful Life. Also another classic
excellent
movie.
movie.
Very good movie.
And then Fast and the Furious, a lot of family stuff in that. So.
Yeah,
That is true.
There's-
That is some
about
family
family.
dynamic. Yeah.
that's very, very true. I do
Yeah.
like the Fast and the Furious movies. I will admit, I have not seen the Godfather movies. Never been and I think probably one reason, and I know people have told me that I'm like a doofus for this, but I'm just not big into like mob style movies. Like didn't watch The Departed. Like what was the one most recently that they kind of did that was like 4 hours
Irishman.
long? Yeah, I didn't watch that one. It just they've never really interested me, but I've been told that I'm missing out on The Godfather because I haven't watched it.
You can watch Godfather and Godfather 2 and skip the third one.
Yeah, don't ever
Yeah.
watch the third one ever.
Yeah, I have heard that. I have heard the
least-
third one's not worth
At
it.
least the first one. That's at least you got to at
Yeah.
least do the first one.
I mean,
And
that's the one that like everybody references, right?
It's all right. I forgive
Yeah.
you, Ryan.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I am sorry. And my co-host Whiskey Banger, he's not a mob genre guy either, so we have that argument once in a while.
I mean, like
Yeah.
I said, I'm not
I get
not
it, though.
Opposed. I'm not opposed. It's not something that's high on my list, but
Sure.
it is something that stands the test of time. You hear about it a lot, and a lot of people, most people are like, "Wait, what? Yeah, what are you talking about?" Like,
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I'm not really a fan of mob movies. I just, if it's a good movie, it's a good movie, regardless of genres, in my opinion. And
Yeah.
those are just good movies, along with The Departed. And then, there's some other mob movies that would stand the test of time. But
yeah.
Definitely.
I guess I resonate with mob movies. I
Is it the
always
hat?
watch them. It must.
It is.
I got a
It's
bunch.
the law. It's just the law in my family. You have to.
Yeah,
It's the hat. It's the stash. The little bit of
Yeah.
hamburger meat there hanging out with the shirt.
there you go.
Yeah, you just need the
Or,
Italian horn around your neck. There you go.
Yeah.
Gotta get the fedoras. Gotta get the bowler hats. No, it's definitely one
Dude.
thing my grandfather would say is he goes, "Mafia? I don't know no mafia. I got family, good family."
All about the family.
Forget about it, right?
That's right. Forget about it.
Anybody seen that video on like TikTok when that like dude goes to New York? He's like, forget about it. And this like Italian girl's like, what'd you say? And she turns around and starts yelling at him. We don't say that here. He's like, I'm sorry. Some like foreigner.
I haven't seen it, but I'm gonna look for that now.
Yeah, he's like a young
right.
kid, probably like late 20s. He's like, he's
Oh, that's
walking across-
hilarious.
walking across this crosswalk, and he just forget about it. She turns around like that and just starts yelling. It's
we got some,
hysterical.
We got some honorable mentions from the internet there. Father of the Bride
Sure.
with
Yeah.
Steve Martin.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Yes.
Good one. Yeah.
That's a good one. He's also in the one that's called what is it called? Cheaper by the Dozen. That's a decent one.
Yeah.
That is the
Yeah.
the Steve Martin one.
Yeah,
The
the
remake,
Steve
right?
Martin.
Yeah, it's his remake.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the
Not-
new
Not
nothing
the
against
new
Zach-
remake. The one
nothing
that I
against
just
Zach Braff.
yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. Exactly.
Incredibles is also a good family movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's a good pick.
It's a super family movie.
Yep.
Sorry, I apologize. That was stupid.
No, that's okay.
Idiot.
Of
Of course, you can go
Obviously, you
with
guys
the
mentioned
Griswolds.
Home Improvement, right?
Yeah, the vacation movies. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Home Improvement was great. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I own the box set of that. I love it.
Oh yeah, it's a great show.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Somebody said Bonanza. The Cartwrights got their vote. Bonanza, you know what? I haven't watched a lot of it. I do remember some of it, but not too much, you know.
Little House on
I'm
the
sure
Prairie.
Little House
Yeah.
on the Prairie.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's a good choice.
Yeah, there's quite a bit actually, isn't there?
And I mean, also, if you wanted to call it a
Family.
family movie, the Star Wars movies, technically, they're family
yes
related.
and no.
Yeah,
I mean,
Right.
yeah.
I guess
You can
any
lump
movie
the
has some family elements in it if you
I mean, it has
dig-
family,
dig
but
far enough.
family's not close.
Not close. Yeah.
You always have the
Extended.
Adams family.
Yep. The Adams.
The
Well, I mean,
Addams
that was.
family, yep. The Walsh family from 90210.
No, not 90210. We don't count that.
That's what your wife said.
Oh, I know. That's her favorite show of all time. It's like, oh God, no.
Is it?
She grew up in
Yeah.
the 90s.
Yeah,
That was a big show in the 90s.
very big.
It was.
Yeah. Yes,
Do you guys know any recent shows that have good families in them or anything?
how recent are we
Anybody
talking?
Seen anything recent?
That's a good question. I
I
really don't
know,
watch a lot of
let's
TV
say within the
shows
year, I
anymore.
guess.
Modern Family is the only one that I can.
Okay, I was going to say
even,
maybe
like,
that one.
fairly recently. Yeah, but that's. I didn't know
Yeah.
that was the Goldbergs was good.
I forgot about that too.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly can't say that I've seen any recently really good family-oriented television shows.
Oh, and Fresh Off the Boat. That
I
was
know
another
this-
one.
this-
That was a good one. Had a good run.
Okay. This one's a little bit older, but I just started watching it not too long ago. It's called Once Upon a Time, and that I don't know if any of you guys seen it. You can
The
watch
fairy
it on
tale
Disney
show?
Plus.
Yeah, I think my wife
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
that for a while.
Sure.
Yeah.
And apparently, it turns out to be like all these different fairy tale people are like family, you know. And then it's strange but kind of cool all at the same time. I don't know. It's weird,
yep.
you know.
Yeah, Mrs. said Blue Blood. I don't watch Blue Bloods. My parents watch
Blue
Blue
Bloods.
Bloods. That show's been going on for 100 years. And then for me, it would be The Sopranos, I guess. I'm just going to
The
go off of that.
Sopranos?
Sticking
Yeah,
out-
that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. If anyone's seen the new trailer to Tulsa King, the guys that
Oh, it's
made
Stallone.
Sopranos is making that, yep, with Stallone, yep. So that one looks like it'll be fun, but that doesn't come
Sure.
out until
That's actually
Like-
just started streaming this weekend.
was that yesterday?
Paramount-
Yeah,
Paramount
That's
Plus, is
probably
it?
just the first episode or something like that. Yeah, it's Paramount.
Yeah.
Plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I have to watch it because I think
Yeah.
I think it was supposed to come out 2 days ago or something like that. So
That sounds about right. Yeah.
I
Nice.
will watch it.
There you go.
Who's excited for the family of
I have to
Wakanda
watch it.
Forever?
Wakanda forever.
Yeah.
I've been seeing some bad reviews on that. I don't know why.
Made a lot of money, but that
Some
was
people
pretty
like it,
obvious.
2 hours and
You're right.
41 minutes long.
Did you see it?
why?
And it was-
I have
I have
not
not
seen
seen
it
it.
yet. I have not seen it yet, but it is. I'm going to be seeing it probably tomorrow because I'm going to do a full review on it with the spoilers. And I'm not looking forward to it. 2 hours and 41 minutes. is
I'm not
so
looking forward
long.
to you watching it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's longer than Endgame.
I'll watch
Why?
it.
Why is it longer than
It
Endgame?
is strange. That is strange.
And there's really no Black Panther supposedly in the movie, really, until like the
Yeah,
last
it's-
15 minutes.
Well, you can tell from the
So,
title, it was like Black Panther in little letters, and then
Yeah.
Wakanda Forever.
I've heard a
much-
lot of bad
much bigger.
things.
So.
It's the
Yeah.
sister
Yeah.
that becomes Black
Yeah,
Panther,
which-
right?
yeah.
Or something like that?
Which
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
nothing wrong with the
Oh.
character or the actress that plays her. I think
No, not at
Letitia
all.
Wright does a fine job, but from what I've heard, she can't be a lead actor. and that's unfortunate because if you have no lead, then what are you going to do? Oh no, not the biggest troll on YouTube. You got Poop Face McGillicuddy. This guy seems to follow me wherever I go.
No, we're not really talking about Wakanda Forever. We just kind of mentioned it just because, you know, we're coming to an end anyway. So
I avoid talking about
I
the
did
movie.
it. It was me.
It was. Yeah, interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't wait to find out one day who this person is. I guarantee there's somebody in the community that we all know, and because they're
Just
like the
trolling
best.
us.
Yeah, they're the best troll on YouTube. I can't figure out who they are yet.
What's
They
the
seem
pic-
to
who's
know
that picture?
everything. I don't know.
Is that Matthew Perry?
He's got a little picture in there, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
click on
I
a
think
little
it's Matthew
comment.
Perry. I don't know how to.
I can't.
Oh, wait.
I can't.
I'm not going to
I
do
mean,
the
that's
Poop
not
Face
nice.
McGillicuddy.
That's
gonna
as big
show
as I
my
can get
poop history.
Yeah, I can't tell who that is.
I don't know.
No, okay, it's not Matthew Perry.
No, that's not Matthew Perry.
I
You
thought
mean a lot of
Matthew
you.
Perry.
I
No,
do.
I was trying to be funny. I thought it was Matthew
I
Perry.
do.
You eat number 4 at Taco Bell.
It's one of my favorite places to eat is Taco Bell.
Ah, fuck.
Of course.
It's delicious.
Taco Bell.
Mexican
It's
food.
Taco Bell. I don't know.
It's great food if you're constipated.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. I don't eat Taco
Oh.
Bell too much. I like real Mexican food.
oh, I do too.
So-
Um,
You know,
Are you saying Taco
Yeah, I was
Bell
gonna
is not real
say,
Mexican
yeah.
food?
huh?
Wow.
Yeah, you know, no, American
Oh, wow.
Mexican. It's not.
I had no
Mexican.
idea.
I'm just saying Taco Bell is around the world.
That-
Yeah, it's like
that's
McDonald's,
true,
basically,
but-
right?
Mm-hmm. They
Yeah,
have them in. They have
that's
them in
true.
the UK. Go get you some
Still
Taco
doesn't
Bell.
make it
and
good.
them
But
golden
when I
bells.
was living in Orlando, Florida, I did have some great Mexican food, and you know, like real Mexican food. So you know,
Well, I was gonna
They
say I'm
have
in
them
Arizona,
everywhere.
so it's like
don't know
if
if
I
I
eat
would
Taco
go
Bell over the
find
stuff
it.
here.
Maybe
you know.
Arizona,
Yeah.
New Mexico,
we got
Texas,
Texas,
Southern
yeah.
California.
you got to
I-
be
I don't
yeah,
even
you gotta be
qualify
where all the-
Orlando.
tourist attractions. Yeah,
Yeah.
Orlando. Yeah,
That's white people Mexican food. It's like this. It's only a step above Taco Bell. Let's be real.
right.
Small step.
No, we still got off the
But
rails.
Puerto
here.
Rican food's really good too. Yeah, we did. So that's the family session tonight. Everybody that we might not see again, thanks for being here. You know, have a great Thanksgiving because it's on its way. I hope everybody gets to see their families. You know, and there's one thing that does upset me a little bit is that some people still think the whole COVID-19 is a thing and they don't want to be near family, stuff like that. And that's sad. You know, that's very sad.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, what do you do? What are you doing to yourself? I don't know. I don't think I could not be near family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, if the last 2 years taught us anything, is that we need more family, not pushing them away.
I would agree.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but hey,
You get sick, you get sick. I mean, you'll
Yeah.
fight through it. Bodies usually
yeah.
do, you know.
oh yeah,
So,
Yeah. Don't, you know, and I say this, don't let them forget what they did. So
yeah,
this
exactly.
amnesty garbage is
oh
you can
god,
kick a bag of rocks down the road for all I care.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, thank
so-
you.
Yeah. Actions
That's
have
it.
consequences, but yes, and everybody have
That's
what
it.
when is so Thanksgiving's not this coming, but the next one, right?
The next
Next,
Thursday.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here at Inside the Booth, the 20th, the 22nd, and the 27th will be pre-recorded shows just because I'm going to be on vacation, and then obviously, Thanksgiving week, and everybody's just going to be busy, busy, busy. So for those of you who like watching our shows, you can still watch them because they will play live, but I just won't be there, physically. I'll be on the show, but I won't be there.
Yeah, you're there, but you're not really there.
Yeah, I'm there, but not there. But thanks everybody who is watching us. Thanks for being here. We definitely appreciate you guys. Don't forget, if you want to support the channel, you can become a Patreon member. You can go to our merch store, www.insidetheboottv.com/shop, and buy some cool stuff. Also, all these beautiful people on this panel, in the description down below, you can click on their stuff, subscribe to them, and show them some love. Ryan, do you want to say anything before we go? And then I'll let you all say a little something before we head out.
Just come check out myself and Joker Voice tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we should have Lily 300 Mirrors on. We're going to be reviewing Game of Thrones season 1, episode number 2. We're going to go all the way through Game of Thrones, one through season 8, and then we're going to go all the way through House of the Dragon every Monday, and that should take us right up to probably a couple weeks from season 2 of House of the Dragon. So if you do have an itch for that House of the Dragon content, we're going to talk about how they all kind of interwork together. So, and it has been kind of fun digging back into Game of Thrones, ironically enough. So yeah, you can find us there tomorrow night, and we're always here for Friday night's Royal Rumble on my channel Legion Talk, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So appreciate it.
All right, Cannoli, what do you got going?
Oh man, let's see. Tomorrow, 6:35 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I have a review discussion of the movie Heat with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, with White Bear and Copa Catania. Wednesday, I'm actually on JT Guns, a late night with Cap show. And then Friday, we have a guest of Vex Electronica. She has her own podcast, 7:05 Mountain Standard Time on the Whiskey and Cannolis podcast. We're going to talk about pop culture, video games, all the good stuff that's going on. Probably Black Panther, unfortunately. And, busy week, but it's a full week before Thanksgiving. So, yeah.
All right. Tyler, what do you got going?
Yeah, you guys got like actual plans for your trip. Great. I'll if I see something I like, or like if I read a comic book I like, I'll do a review. I don't really have anything planned, but I'll put something up, whether it's that or entertainment news, box office projections, stuff like that.
Cool.
They'll be up there eventually.
Subscribe to his channel. He'll watch Black Panther, Wakanda, or whatever.
Yeah, I'm definitely not watching.
Wakanda, whatever.
Yeah. That last Thor movie was so bad. I'm not watching anything Marvel related for the foreseeable future.
I don't blame you.
I don't blame you.
Rage with the whole franchise.
That's it. Gotta go nostalgia, or go over to India. Their movies are great. You'll get a bunch of
that's what I've heard. Yeah, I need to look at those.
Yeah, if you haven't watched RRR, I think it's a good movie.
Where is it?
Movie.
It's on Netflix. Yeah, it's on
the
Netflix.
pirate movie.
No, it's on Netflix. It's an Indian movie.
India, Tollywood, is it?
It's like Bollywood.
It's Hollywood.
Bollywood.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Something
I didn't know it was on Netflix though.
Yeah, that's how I watched it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really good.
It definitely is really good. It can be a bit of a stretch because it's 3 hours long, but at the same time, I took a couple of breaks. So
isn't it crazy how like all of the good stuff that's come out in the last couple of years is like from other countries?
Yeah, because they care about making movies for entertainment.
Game and things like that.
They care about.
Yeah.
They didn't have our federal government bail them out.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
More concerned about the story.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Hollywood is all we have. India, other places, they got several different different production companies and stuff like that. So yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Thanks guys for being here. Thanks everybody.
Thank you
out there for watching as far as you watched, and I don't think I have goodbye video. I'll do this one. Goodbye, everybody.
That's about it, but no point. And I'm sticking to it. Oh my god, he just spit on my face.
I don't think you should cut that out.
I think we should leave it in and zoom in on it.
It's okay, man. Let's get this straight, huh? All right, you like it for the comedic aspect of the part of the music.